Right, welcome to the video on factorising trinomials. Now, what is a trinomial? What is that? Well, it's three numbers. It's an expression with three numbers in it. Tri, just like tricycle, a bike with three wheels. Trinomials, an expression with three numbers. Okay, or three terms in this case. Right, now, if we look at this, now this is multiplying out brackets. This is your work and you would normally do for multiplying out brackets for an expression like this. This is a nice easy one, two positives. We split the first and repeat the second, as you can see. Multiply out the brackets, so x squared plus 2x is coming from here, and 9x plus 18 is coming from there. Then we multiply the 9x and 2x together to give us 11x. So this is our answer here. And we'd say that was our answer. Okay? Now, obviously, if we're factorising, we're going backwards, aren't we? So we're going from here, from this line, and we're trying to get it back into its original brackets. And that can sometimes be quite difficult, but what I want you to do just now is I want you to try and look at the 9 and the 2, and the 11 and the 18. Okay, so pause the video for a second and see if you can come up with a link between 9 and 2 and 11, and 9 and 2 and 18. Right, and I'll come back in a second once you've paused it, and we'll talk about that link. Okay? Right, well I hope you could see that 9 plus 2 gives us 18, but 9 times 2, I'll say that again, 9 plus 2 gives us 11, and 9 times 2 gives us 18. Okay, so I'll just go over that again. So 9 plus 2 gives us 11, and 9 times 2 gives us 18. And this link is true for all of our factorising. So all that we've got to do is we've got to figure out, if we just said this as a starting point, what numbers multiply to give me 18, so in other words, factors of 18, add to give me 11. So if I was to go through my factors of 18, that would be 1 and 18, 2 and 9, and 6 and 3. Now, which one of these add to give me 11? It's obviously 9 and 2. So that's the two that would work in this case. Right? And that's how we would factorise this expression. What I'll do now is I'll show you this with examples actually starting from the point of factorising, starting from the trinomial. And you'll maybe get it a little bit better looking at it that way, but that's fundamentally where it comes from. Remember, I really want to stress this point, that it's multiplying out brackets in reverse, and as soon as you get that, it becomes very much more clear. Alright, so we know that it's going to go into double brackets, so that's our starting point for factorising. And we also know that the letter is x, so we're going to put x in both brackets. Now all we've got to work out is we've got to figure out the numbers that are going to go here and are going to go here. So all we do is we look for factors of 3, so numbers at times to give 3, and also add to give 4. Now, if we think about that, right, numbers at times to give 3, it's only really 3 and 1. And what do 3 add 1 make? 4. So, all we need to do, positive 1 and positive 3. Hi Mr. Brown. I'll have to cut you out of this video now. Sorry. Okay, so I apologise, I'll pick that video up just there. I was interrupted very briefly. So, to go back over that again, I've picked 3 and 1 because 3 gives us two factors, 3 and 1, and they add to give me 4. Now, it doesn't matter whether I put the 1 there and the 3 there, or I could have an alternative solution of x plus 3, x plus 1. As we discussed the other day, it doesn't matter in the order in which we put these numbers in here. Okay, just like with difference of two squares, which you now understand, it doesn't matter the order that you put in the negative and the positive sign. It doesn't matter the order we put in these factors either. Okay, so that's that first one. And that one's very simple because it's only one choice of factor. Now, if we look at the next example, we have x squared plus 10x plus 24. Now, again, have a structure to your answer. So put the brackets down first of all. It's x we're dealing with, so put the x's in. Now, 24 has got quite a few factors. So I think it would be a good idea if we write them down. Okay? So we've got 1 and 24, we have 2 and 12, we have 3 and 8, and we have 4 and 6. And these are all positive just now. We're going to look at negative factors in the next example, but these are all positive just now. Now, what we're looking for is these factors to add to give me 10. Now, which of these pairs add to give me 10? 1 and 24 add to give me 25, so that's not going to work. 2 and 12 add to give me 14, so that's not going to work. 3 and 8 were close, add to give us 11, so that's not going to work. But 4 and 6 add to give me 10, so that's the one that's going to work there. So positive 6 and positive 4. Now, if you were to take this now and multiply out the brackets and simplify, you should get back to x squared plus 10x plus 24, and that's really important that you're able to do that. Okay, so try that as well tonight. Okay, multiply out these brackets and see if you can get back to this, and then you know your answer's correct. Right, that's why I like factorising so much. Now, number 3, really important number 3. Okay, we have x squared plus 4x. Take away 12. Now, the reason why I've put the negative 12 in blue, as you'll see, is because I want you to think about that as a negative number, right? The minus sign isn't just like hanging about in thin air, right? It belongs to the 12, so it's negative 12. So what we're looking for here then, we'll put our brackets down first of all. What we're looking for here is factors of negative 12 that are going to give me 4. Right, so again, 12's got quite a lot of factors, so let's see if we can predict this, okay? So let's have a look. So let's start with 3 and negative 4. Do positive 3 and negative 4. And what else do we think might make that? 2 and negative 6. Or we can have, let's try those. So positive 3 and negative 4, that gives us negative 1 if we add it, so that's not going to work. 2 and negative 6. Now if we add those together we get negative 4. Now wait a minute, is that not what we're looking for? Positive 4. So these two don't work right now, but if we did this and we said we had positive 6 and negative 2, now remember this is like a little puzzle, so you're looking at all the factor pairs and you're trying to figure out which one adds to give me 4 in this in the middle term here. So we've got positive 6 and negative 2. That adds to give me 4, so that one works. So all I need to do is I put this positive 6 here, put the negative 2 there. And that's it done. And that should then multiply back out again to give me this expression. Okay? Now, I know that some of you might not like this too much because a lot of it is thinking about it like a puzzle, so going through factor pairs until you get the number in the middle, until you reach your goal, and you've just got to persevere with it. If you want to write it down like that at the side, that's fine. If you can do it in your head straight away, some of you might have seen negative 12, oh it's positive 6 and negative 2, straight away, that's excellent, you can just go with that. None of this is required. This working here is just to help your thinking, and what we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to look at the thinking skills involved in factorising, and we're going to try and develop those. So all I want you to do tonight is to make sure that you have a copy of these 3 examples, and you maybe have got to grips with this one completely and this one a little bit, and most of this example, and we'll discuss all 3 of them tomorrow. Factorising is a really important skill that you've got to have very good, especially for higher maths and for National 5. Alright, so I'll see you tomorrow. I hope this was clear enough for you, and I'm sorry for the couple of interruptions that we had. I have to apologise for that. And I hope that my video editing skills have developed a little bit. So I'll see you tomorrow for some factorising practice, alright?